Hey friends, well, since we cannot hop on planes and go traveling right now, I thought it might be fun to have an international workout where we highlight different countries and cultures. So for this, you're going to need a couple resistance bands. However, you can swap exercises out with kettlebells or dumbbells. You're going to do 60 seconds of work, or in the case of the Bulgarian split squats, 30 seconds per leg, and then 20 seconds of rest. 3 rounds. These are the various exercises. I'm going to walk you through them. We're starting with the American swing. You're going to stand on a resistance band, and just like with a kettlebell swing, you're going to stand on this band and pull through your legs up to shoulder height. So you may need to stop this, get in position, and then restart again. That's fine. I just wanted to keep this going so that way when you do rounds 2 and 3, you're not having to waste any time. So you're almost halfway through this. It's a nice strong pull. You're squeezing with your glutes when you come up to a full stand position. And then you just bring the resistance band right back down between your legs, and then nice and strong, pull up to shoulder height. Make sure you keep your core super tight when you do this exercise. You've got 15 seconds left. So you're almost at the end. After this, we're gonna actually rest for 20 seconds and then go into what's called a Cuban lift. It's an upper body exercise. So 4 more seconds, you're looking good. 3, 2, 1, rest for 20 seconds. For this next exercise, you can use dumbbells, light dumbbell weights. I'm doing this again with a resistance band, a longer resistance band, so nothing that's too heavy. And you're gonna hold each handle with one hand, overhand grip. You're stepping on that resistance band, you're lifting your elbows high, like an upright row, and then you are just rotating from that shoulder joint such that your hands come up toward the sky or toward the ceiling. So you can almost think of this, sometimes these are called scarecrows. But you want to make sure that you're not going too heavy such that your elbows fall below shoulder height. So keep that in mind. You might want to watch yourself in the mirror. Core again, nice and tight. I want you to look forward, keep your chin up. Watch yourself in the mirror, smile at yourself, tell yourself you're doing a great job. Whoop. You got 10 more seconds. Sometimes you might have to readjust the band just a little bit. It might slide from under your foot. 3 more seconds. 2, 1. All right, rest for 20 seconds. We're gonna do a Romanian deadlift. So for this next one, if you have kettlebells or dumbbells, you can use those instead. Again, I'm using the resistance band. I'm gonna hold one that's like a loop band, but a really long loop band, and hold it in both sides of my body with my hands. So your back is nice and straight on this one. I don't want to see any curved back. So push your chest down or forward when you're standing. Rotate those shoulder blades down and back and hold them nice and tight. You let those traps do the work. And then just lean over, hinge forward at the waist. Your knees will bend slightly. And then you pull up nice and strong and nice and tall. All right? So you want to make sure you have a strong enough resistance if you're using a resistance band, or something that's not too heavy that's going to tire out your back after doing this for 60 seconds if you're using a kettlebell or 2 dumbbells. All right, you got 13 more seconds. Straight back, so you can practice this one over and over so you get the form right. There's no fault with that. 2 seconds. All right, rest for 20. This next one we're going to do is upper body. It's the French press, so it's a tricep exercise. You can use a dumbbell or a kettlebell with this. Again, I'm using a resistance band, so I'm going to step on the band and pull the band behind me up toward the sky. Your elbows on this one, regardless of what type of equipment you use, you want your elbows to point as forward as possible and kind of toward each other. You do not want to let those elbows flare out to the sides, okay? That's the key on this one. So this one can really burn. You will feel this, especially when you get to sets 2 and 3. So make sure that you have a resistance that you can work with for 60 seconds. If you have to slow down here or there, ain't no shame in that. All right, just keep on going. Pull it from behind your head up toward the sky or up toward the ceiling. You're doing awesome. You just stay with it. Rest a few seconds at the top if you have to, but maintain your form. You're almost there. You got 5 more seconds. Here we go at 3, 2, 1. Rest now for 20 seconds. The next exercise we're going to do is the Bulgarian split squat. You know, this is one of my faves. You're only doing 30 seconds per leg. So my editing on this exercise got a little off. So I am going, listen to my verbal cues. I'm going to tell you verbally when you need to switch. But one leg is elevated behind you. The other leg is in front of you. Make sure there's enough distance where you're not pushing your knee forward too far as you come down. There'll be a natural little bit of a forward motion, but primarily you want to think about just dropping that tailbone down to the ground. That back knee comes down to the ground. So you're going to keep going. You have 5 more seconds on the first side. 3, 2, 1. Now I want you to switch legs quickly. Bring the other leg behind you. And drop down, lift up. Drop down, lift up. Make sure those heels, that front heel, stays on the ground. Don't rock forward onto your toe, okay? You want to look up. You want to have a nice, strong posture on this one. You only have 8 more seconds left. This isn't so bad when you're only doing 30 seconds per side, okay? So you have 1 second, 0 seconds rest. Okay. Next exercise is the Russian twist. We're going to do something for our core and our obliques. So you want to get down on the ground for this one. Try to keep your legs elevated, although if you need to bring your heels to the ground, again, no big deal. That's fine too. We're all at different levels here. But you're just twisting with your own body weight on this one. You can hold on to a dumbbell or a kettlebell if you want. Add a little bit extra resistance. But in this instance, all I'm using is my body weight because I don't have any kettlebells or dumbbells with me. So I'm just twisting side to side. My legs naturally are going to swing a little bit out to the opposite side. That helps me with my counterbalance. All right, you got almost 30 seconds left on this one. Just keep going side to side to side to side. Reach toward the ground. You don't have to touch the ground, but try to get kind of close. I mean, really use those obliques and move from side to side. Let your head and your eyes travel with you as you're looking side to side. 14 more seconds. You're doing great on this so far. I'm very proud of you. 8 more seconds, and then you get another 20 seconds of rest. This goes by fast, okay? So just keep up with it. 1, 0. Okay, 20 seconds to rest, and then Turkish GetUp. So we're going to Turkey. With this one, it's a little challenging. If you haven't done them before, you most likely will have to hit pause and do this one over and over till you get the full swing of it. We're doing 30 seconds per side. I wanted to throw that in as well. So you're going to come all the way up to a standing position. Use your hand as a kickstand as you come up from the seated position into a low lunge and then into a stand. You can also do this one into a squat and then a stand. I'm demonstrating this as a low lunge and then a stand. So you are going to lean a little bit out to one side, no big deal. Again, it's all about balance. You're going to go ahead and switch in 2 seconds, 1 second, switch sides, okay? So now on this second side, just again, remember it's a low lunge to a stand. You're using your opposite arm as a kickstand to kind of help you balance as you come up and as you go back down. Be super careful on this one. Take your time. The straight arm that's reaching up toward the ceiling or the sky should be as straight as possible. Try never to let it push forward, okay? Right up to the sky. Keep it almost plastered by your ear. Awesome job. 20 seconds of rest. We're going to, I guess, India next because we're doing Hindu push-ups. This one is like a dive bomb. It's also called a dive bomb, I believe. So you're almost in a downward dog position and you're swooshing through your arms, and then you're coming up at the end, lifting that chest nice and high. If you can reverse the motion, reverse the motion. If not, do what I'm doing and just kind of push back into downward dog. It's a 60 seconds of this, so you're really going to feel this through your arms. Again, the first round of all these exercises ain't so bad, but when you go through rounds 2 and 3, you're going to feel it more and more, and that's where you're going to want to probably take a couple seconds to rest here or there. I love it. It's no big deal. You're doing awesome. I'm proud of you. You just keep working through this. All right, so you're downward dog. You're swooshing through, lifting that chest up. I guess this would be like chaturanga in a way in yoga. I'm not a yogi, so I'm not exactly sure, but you get the gist. You have 8 more seconds. This is the final one in this whole exercise, and then you're going to go on to rounds 2 and 3. So when you're done, you get to collapse down like I'm doing here and just totally relax for a few seconds. But because this is round 1 right now, I want you to just keep on going. So hit that stop button and then start it all up again.